What's going on, YouTube? It's your girl V the Notary. So today this video specifically and strictly for people who want to work in the federal government. Now let me say this. I am a federal government employee. I've been working for the federal government for around 17 years. And there is this stigma. There's a lot of stigmas that come with working for the federal government, but one of them is that it is very, very hard to get into the federal government. And where in certain instances that is true, that is not always true. There are so many opportunities for people. We're not talking about current federal employees. We're talking about people who would like to work for the federal government. There are so many opportunities that you did not know, you're not aware of, and that's probably because you don't know where to look or you just haven't looked. So not only are there opportunities for people that are outside the federal government to work for the federal government, a lot of those are remotes. And to get more specific, right now there are 109 remote positions for people outside of the federal government to become a federal worker. Now, those positions range anywhere from salary-wise, $30,000 upwards of $180,000, and that's a big range, but there is a lot of potential to make some really, really good money. Some of these jobs range from data scientists to contract specialists to biologists to nurse practitioners to all kinds of things that you can do in the federal government. Okay, so it's a big range, accountants, all kinds of things, and within all of that, 109 of those are remote jobs. Okay, so let me just tell you, one of these days I'm gonna get a setup. I need to get my thing set up where I can actually show you interactively. I'm learning too, so we're gonna get like an interactive setup so I can actually show you guys. I'm gonna be working on that. But in the meantime, I just kind of want to tell you where to go to find this. So if you do not have a USA Jobsgov account, you need to create it. It's pretty simple. You're going to have to obviously, create a username, password, all of that stuff. And then there is a nice thing in there for current federal employees or potential federal employees where they help you to kind of create your resume, because sometimes federal resumes are a little different than the private sector, but there is a resume builder in there. So you're going to go in there, create your account, do the resume builder, all of that, right? So that's what you're going to do to create your USA Jobsgov account. So you do need to have that to apply for any jobs within the federal government. But when you go on USAJobs.gov, what you're going to do is you're going to search remote jobs, okay? Then you are going to go on the right. So all the remote jobs are going to come up. It's anywhere from 300 to 400 remote jobs, which is great. Like, what other, company do you know with that many remote jobs? So that's another good thing about working for the federal government, is the fact that there are far more opportunities to work remote than there are in most private sector jobs, okay? So you're going to go and you're going to search remote jobs, and then you are going to go to the right of the screen. There's going to be a drop down that's going to say hiring path, okay? You are going to select open to everyone. I think that's what it's called. It's like the little blue, it's going to have the little blue emoji or whatever. It's going to say open to everyone. You're going to select that, and that is going to be open to people who are not current federal employees, because there's a little bit of a different process for current federal employees. If you are a current federal employee, you should know how to navigate USA Jobs, because that's probably how you got your current job, right? So for those that are not, you're going to select hiring path, open to the public is what it's going to say. Oh, not everyone. Open to the public is what it's going to say. You're going to select that, you guys, and then it's going to have a drop down of several different jobs. There are going to be a lot. Some of them are going to require you to have a degree. Some may not. Some are going to be very specific, whether it's an attorney or a contract specialist or whatever. There are so many different types of things that you can do in the federal government. We've kind of talked about that in one of my previous videos. But you're going to just peruse there and see what is open that is applicable to you. Maybe you're one of the people where you are looking to switch career paths, okay? You can do that in the federal government too. My point is, I'm such a big advocate of working remotely. I think that there's no reason to go into the office, obviously, unless you're a surgeon or a dentist where you actually have to touch your patients. If you're in jobs like that, teachers, then yeah, you kind of have to. But even some teachers, that was proven that by in some way we were able to navigate and manage being teachers, remote. Was it better in person? Yeah, but my point is that there are certain jobs that require you to come into the office. But if you are not in a job where you're in healthcare or something like that, even attorneys and judges are doing everything remotely. There's no reason to go in the office. There's so many reasons for remote work that I could really go over. It helps the environment, not having as many cars and buses and things on the road. It allows you to have a better work-life balance, spend more time with your family. It saves you money because you're not spending gas. There's a lot less stress with having to get yourself ready if you have kids. I could go on and on about the positives of working remote. But if you are looking to get into the federal government, if you want to change career paths, I just wanted to make sure that you guys know, continue to check USA Jobsgov to look for opportunities. It literally is changing every day. So whereas at the time you're watching, or I made this video, there's 109 remote jobs for people who are not currently federal employees. Tomorrow it could be 150. I mean, so if the numbers are skewing differently, it's just, you looked at the video on a different day that I posted it. My point is that there are so many remote opportunities that are available for federal employees that you guys need to make sure you take advantage of. A lot of you guys are in my comments saying, I really want to work for the federal government. A lot of you want to work remote. So here's your opportunity. Make sure you guys create a usajobs.gov account. Go and do all the necessary back end stuff so that you're ready to hit the ground running if you see the appropriate job for your that you want to do, or for your background, etc. Okay, so I go on and on and on about working for the government and working remote and all that. So if you have any other specific questions that are more specific to your personal situation, drop down in my comments, let me know so that I can get back to you. And share this video with someone that you think would benefit from it, that wants to work for the federal government and more specifically would like to work remotely, okay? And as always, you guys, like, subscribe, share, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye-bye.